Hi, hello, I'm Janki and welcome back to my channel, and today I'll be telling you guys about all the books that I read in the month of August, which are not so many but it will do. So the first book and the only good book that I read this month, no, not the only 5-star book that I read this month was Little Women by Louisa May Alcott, the first ever classic I read and the gateway to my further classic readings. So, as you all must have seen in some of my previous videos, I loved this book. Why is it shiny? Okay, whatever. So, this book follows 4 sisters. They are Meg, Amy, Jo and Beth, and they all are love of my lives. They are so good, and we just follow all these 4 sisters' lives, transforming into beautiful young women, and the story is just very endearing, loving, heartbreaking, heart-wrenching. If someone just asks me, which is the favorite ancient, I just said ancient, which is this is the thing that happens when you're studying history honors. If someone asks me a general book that everyone could read and enjoy, I'll say it's Little Women. I can't seem to say much about the books that I really like. If you want to know more about how I felt about this book, I have a reading vlog dedicated only for this book. So yes, please go check that out. Another book that I read in August was Betrayals by Bridget Collins. This, I don't know how do I label this into a particular genre, but I've heard people saying it's a magical realism, historical fantasy. I've also heard people say it's dark academia. The cover is so beautiful, right? The book isn't that much. So it was a disappointment. I had so many hopes. I at one point was thinking of DNFing this book, but I was so much into so many pages into this book that I felt that guilt sticking up to me that no, you can't just give it up now. What if the book turns out to be a masterpiece? But no, it did not. So it's about this mysterious national game of this French-inspired world they are living in. It's a different kind. It's a national game which is so vaguely explained. There's music, there are mathematics, and what not, everything, every subject is mixed, and the ultimate goal of that game is to reach the divine. Not reach the divine, connect to the divine, spiritual kind of a game. I have this note. I started writing down my thoughts or whatever I was feeling, and the very first thing that I wrote in this was, this national/mysterious game is either going to be absolutely stunningly explained or rubbish, and it is rubbish. I did not like that game, whatever that was. I'll admit there was only one point in this book that I felt, oh, this was unexpected, and just that, nothing else exciting, nothing really good. So yes, I give this book a 2.5 stars. Now the other 2 books that I'll be mentioning will come as a shock, because even I didn't expect, since when did I have such a wide reading taste, or since when did I decide, yes, I'll read everything, I'll try everything. So I started classics through Little Women, and this month, very surprisingly, I read 2 romances. How? So yes, I read, they were Punk 57 and Falling Away, both by Penelope Douglas. Penelope Douglas seems to be a very prominent romance writer. So yes, I read those. Punk 57 was slightly better than Falling Away, but both were not astounding or outstanding to me. So Punk 57 is about this girl and boy who have been pen pals from childhood. They haven't seen each other for 7 years, which seems so unrealistic, and they just keep on writing. They are already in love with each other. They are writing their letters, sharing their feelings, confiding in each other, but they haven't seen each other. And they live in an age of Facebook. So yes, that's the thing, and when they happen to meet each other, things go topsy-turvy, and and that's the premise of this book. So I gave this a 3 stars. I think the concept of pen pals was good, but them not seeing one another for 7 years seemed very over the top. Yes, that was the issue with this book. Also, what else? Our main character, like, I won't tell you the storyline because it will get then spoilery, but one of our main characters goes through a very terrible thing in this book, and the reaction of that character to that thing, like diverting that anger or that anguish of what happened to other things, also did not seem very realistic to me. So that were the 2 major things that I did not like about this book. And also just say how cliche is this high school drama thing in books. And I'm not specifically picking out on this book because this book was like, it's not recent, but this trope is so overused, like high school drama, people bitching about one another. And the other book, that is Falling Away by the same author, Penelope Douglas, it was even worse. I gave it a 2.5 stars because I think, honest review, there was way too much smut. Another thing that I did not like about this book because it was so basic. We have this guy who has gone through so much worse in his childhood, and he pretends, yeah, I'm alright, nothing's wrong, but like inside he still has recollection of those bad memories. I don't even like the beginning of this book. Like, how does it begin? Like, they're just attracted to one another. That's just what happens. They are sexually attracted to one another and nothing much, I feel. Whenever that troubled boy comes in, how the storyline is like, the boy feels he's not deserving of the girl feels why he's pushing me away. The last book that I read in this month, it was Empire of Sand by Tasha Suri, a Indian inspired fantasy. I really liked the beginning of this book, how this proceeded, like the beginning, the way the world was being set up. In between there were few moments of dragging through the book, only few moments, and that I feel is the only reason I give this a 4 out of 5 stars. There was something that I felt was not quite 5-star worthy. In the beginning I felt, right, I think this could be a potential 5-star read, but no, it turned out to be a 4 stars. So in this book we basically follow this girl called Meher, who is half Ambhan because Amba is the empire we are talking about. Amba is the main empire where she's living. So she's half Amban and half Amriti. So Amriti are the people who are considered barbaric heathens by these Amban people. These people and Amriti people are now being hunted in this empire, God knows for what, and they're being killed or whatever is happening with them, no one knows. And a main character who has till now lived a very sheltered life because his father is the governor of one of the provinces of this empire. Now she even begins to feel a danger coming towards her because no Amriti is being spared. That's what the beginning is about, and it has many more elements to it, much more of political drama and everything coming in. And I'm telling you, the love interest in this book is like, it's so good. It's male love interest who is just genuinely very good, who is genuinely compassionate and is not like this cocky, arrogant guy. No, I'll first resist and then give in. No, he is very sweet. I like, every time I read about him, I picture this huge guy with muscles and everything who's very sweet. Just wanted to mention that, so I mentioned that. I also DNF'd 2 books in the month of August, and those are Red, White and Royal Blue, and the other is Rebecca. I know they both are extremely famous books and well-loved books, but I just couldn't finish it or couldn't drag myself through that book. Those are the books that I read in the month of August. Let us see how my next reading month turns out. And yes, thank you all for watching, and do consider subscribing to my channel if you like my videos, and meet you next time.